Oh my God. I feel like an ass for just reading this. Do you wish you had my sexy smile look?
Is that what it really says? Fuck you. Do I wish I had it? Dude.
I don't even know what that means.
I could ditto that look and do the look again. I'm gonna copy it immediately. Hold on. Yeah.
All right.
That answers that question.
That answers that.
Sexy smile look. Do you know who I am? Aw. Who loves who more in this relationship? Who has the power in this relationship?
Well, power and love. I don't know if we can equate those. Because I think I obviously have more power in the relationship.
I think you are more capable of love than I am, but I think I hug more than you do.
You hug me more?
No, I hug in general. I think I hug you more.
Than I hug you?
Remember yesterday, I came behind and gave you a little hug and stabbed you? Well, fake stabbed you.
It's true.
And we had like a...
Is that a hug or a restraint though? All right, do your best impression of me.
Okay, hold on. I've never done your laugh in front of you, so I'm nervous that you won't like me anymore if I do it.
That's gonna be it, I'm gonna walk out.
Okay, hold on. Okay. Hipster things. Brooklyn. That's it. I can only do the laugh and neck rub.
All right.
Can you do your best impression of me?
Let's be clear.
How do you describe me to others? Other people? Or yeah.
Other people. I feel like most of the time I don't have to describe you because people know who I'm talking about. I live with Hans.
Yeah, but like not kids at Fordham University.
Not kids at Fordham University.
Not those scrubs at Fordham University.
It's usually my tall friend with dreads that really is into the Matrix.
Tall with dreads.
Tall with dreads. He loves the Matrix. No, but he's into the same stuff I am, and he's got his head on his shoulders. He knows what he's doing.
I fucking hate that phrase.
Really?
Head on his shoulders, like.
There are people that don't have their heads on their shoulders.
They've been decapitated.
Yes.
By a lightsaber. Okay. It's you. You want me to tell you how I describe you?
Yeah, sure.
No. Okay, so when I'm describing Nick, and I've said this many times, I say that you are the human version of Sonic the Hedgehog. Because number one, you're a small blue creature. Number one. Two, you have so much energy that like, even when you're tired as hell, you can just do like anything that you want to do. And if you don't want to do it, you don't do it. But if you want to do something, get it done, like you have these hidden reserves that you tap into and you just...
It's interesting, Sonic the Hedgehog. I haven't heard that. I hear a lot of Finn Harrys on the YouTube. I don't know who the heck that is. That's everyone is commenting, I look like one of the Harrys.
You're easily a combination of several mainstream brunette Caucasian actors.
Okay.
So the general demographic. I heard an Andrew Garfield and I was like, I don't know if he's like wiry enough. But then like a James Franco Garfield hybrid, maybe.
You see Franco in me?
I see Franco.
You see Franco in me? Okay. I see Franco. So how was the blind date experience like for you?
Yeah, no, it's so nuts. Like people are always like asking about you and Kelsey and me and Clarissa, if we keep up, if we had more dates, if we're married and living in a 4-person cottage on the cliffs of Dover. But no, I mean it's crazy how I really don't keep in contact with her that much at all. But to have that profound impact, I think it's nuts. But you came into it differently than I did.
Well, I was like familiar with like the concept. I hadn't seen any of the shoots before. So I was going into it like not knowing what the questions were going to be like or anything. And yeah, it was really cool. I liked it a lot. It was kind of like a self-contained experience. Like we had this thing, we connected, we talked, and then like after that, it just kind of like nothing really materialized.
And you were with at that point too, right? Or you were making moves?
We were kind of like...
Moves were about to be made.
Moves were about to be made.
Okay. How did she? I don't know. Like you said that you don't know how she felt about that. Like obviously, I think she liked it and she was okay with it.
Oh no, I don't think it was like a negative thing, but it was also like
part of you were like, I swear,
yeah,
nothing's gonna happen.
Exactly. It was also just like it was getting so much like buzz.
Yeah, that's what I'm
for a
saying.
period
Like,
of
I'm sure
time.
I'd be like, Nick, these people.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop them.
Exactly. Okay, so what surprised you most about the online reactions to your blind date video?
It's like the internet community was wandering the desert for 40 years because I've never seen thirst like I've seen thirst ever in my life. No, and I'm not even just being like flippant about it. Like, it's just crazy how the connectivity isn't just between like the people sitting next to each other. It's like a whole community is ready to absorb, digest, analyze, empathize, hate. It's so crazy. Like, you know that this happens. You know we live in the YouTube age and we've been in like this era, but just to be in it and to participate like that.
First time like actually in it. It's a little weird.
I mean, like, again, like you had people contact, like, I mean, we've had people contact us through Instagram and Facebook, but like, wow.
That's the kind of thing where it's like, I'm surprised. I don't know if I should be like impressed or like stressed that people are able to find me so easily. Yeah. But no, it's been like really uplifting, I guess, to say that people are like find out of their way to come and like respond to me or like to talk to me, which is cool.
Do you do phantom checks? Like, you check the Instagram like randomly, you know, no notification, no nothing, you just like check to see? Because I found myself doing that every now and then.
Really?
Yeah, I have to stop.
No.
Because I feel like that self-esteem boost can be like dangerous. Because there's a point, I feel like we handled it fine, but there's a point you see these people, it's like, when do you suddenly embrace the hype? When do you like, you know, like it's
exactly.
It's crazy. This is such a perfect follow-up. Thank you, gods of the Skin Deep. How does it feel to be considered a fuckboy? Fuckboy? No, but really, like, when did you know that you were a fuckboy? The viewers are curious.
I was about 12 when I knew.
Yes.
No, and those were the comments that hurt my feeling a little bit.
Really?
A little bit. Well, because like there's definitely definitions of fuckboys. There's categories.
Yeah, in the Meriem-Webster.
In the Meriem-Webster, there's a whole page of it. Yeah. I mean, initially, I always thought of fuckboys as just someone who's just like fucking just whatever, fuckboy. But then I heard another definition is just like fuckboys is those who just like sleep around and are shitty and are just fuckboys because they just fuck people and they move on and they're just like slimy sleep. Yeah. So that's a definition. I don't know if that's. I don't know what the.
So when I hear fuckboy, when I think of someone calling you a fuckboy, let's be clear, you're not a fuckboy.
Okay.
But in a funny way, it's like a fuckboy is like a fucking.
Well, like I think I'm a fuckboy in one sense.
A fuckboy is like a rascal, like a Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, I relate more to Sonic the Hedgehog rascal fuckboys than sleazy douchebag.
Oh yeah, you're so sweet. You're so sweet.
Why are all my questions around? Which one of us do you think is prettier?
Let me see that card. Let me see that card.
I'm not making these up. I promise you.
No, it doesn't say prettier. That's prettier. See, that's an H.
That's a shared crossbar double T.
Which one is prettier? How to answer this question? I think Mr. Gryffindor Socks. I would say objectively that you and I are not bad to look at. That's okay. That's as low as I can go. That's as like humble as I can. I don't think that you and I are grossly like gross people.
Okay, so what I was gonna say is that you have a more distinct look, and I think that you like have an aesthetic which I think is prettier. I'm like a generic blend of 5 generic white guys.
But they're popular.
The
white guys are, they got everything. They got money, fame, power, women. But I think you're a beautiful young man.
I think you're a beautiful older man.
You're older than I am.
Dad.
Okay. What skill of mine are you envious of?
Your hair.
Is that
No, I think it's definitely how like, well, it's just like well-read you are, and just like you have your head on your shoulders and
you're
like
a scholar.
You're a scholar. No, but it's just like every time people are talking about something, you have some input. You kind of like know what's going on in like I'm not that up on current events that much, and like I'm not very, into politics as much. So I'm kind of like, it's that, and just like I feel like you got your head in the culture, and like what's happening, where it's happening, what's going on, where to look. So I always admire that about you. I think that's a cool trait. I wish I had more of.
Sometimes I feel like it's not a good thing to have something to say about everything. It's like, I don't know.
I don't know about
We live
that.
in a world where everyone knows like this much about like this much, and
Yeah, it's also the kind of thing where like I've tried to actively like be more engaged and stuff, and I just find myself falling out of it because I'm like spending time on other things. So that's just
playing Minecraft.
playing Minecraft. So what scares you the most these days?
Not having like a purpose. And I don't say that like Agent Smith to Neo, purpose, Mr. Anderson, but he's kind of right. To like live a life where I don't do anything like, not like I don't need to be like a lauded like super awesome individual with billions of followers. Like I don't need that. But if I were to live and like die and have not done anything in that span of time of like any kind of merit, like socially or intellectual and just anything that like impacts someone in like a way that's gonna last, that would scare me if like I would see like if you were like, okay, you can live 25 years happy, go lucky, no problems ever, but like after that you're done. Or someone said, you can live and have periods of hardship, periods of joy, periods of sad and blah, 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 but like be somebody, quote unquote. Yeah. I might pick that.
Oh, for sure.
I'm pick that.
Feeling the same way too. I guess it's the whole like graduating thing is like, it's like this cutoff of like, oh, you were doing school and like you had something to work at. Yeah. Now it's just like, then it's not your life.
Taxes.
Like, go have a life.
The IRS.
Like, do something cool and don't be disappointing and make money and keep yourself alive, but don't be boring.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I jive with that.
Are you happy you both work at the same place? Isn't that cool?
That's very cool.
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah. Because I'm like, well, we're going to graduate and I'm not going to like see any of my friends ever because I'm going to be working all the time.
Yeah, it's crazy. We're going to be seeing a lot much of each other. Much more.
Mucho much more.
Much lot of each other.
Mucho much more.